Ninth standard English, prose 2 question answers we are going to see today. That is the revision part. So, prose 2, we'll see the short answer now. So, I'll just read out and show to you the unit 2 fully. Explain blessings rest on the house where the shadow of a tree falls. It shows the importance of trees to a house. The tree keeps us yielding fruits and gives shade. What did the writer observe about the house? The house was not altered, but there was a new outhouse and fewer trees. The turnstile was gone and the opening walled up. What was the local superstition about trees? If the shadow of a tree falls on the house, then the house will be blessed one. What did the visitor do with the turnstile when he was a boy? As a boy, the visitor would swing on it, going round and round until he was quite dizzy. Who is the owner of the house now? The colonel, the father of the little girl, is the owner of the house now. Why did the visitor return to his old house? The visitor returned to his old house just to relieve his childhood memories. How did he get back the iron cross? The little girl climbed up the tree and brought him his iron cross. How did the grandfather get the iron cross? Grandfather got the iron cross from a German soldier. It was rewarded for bravery during the First World War. What did he do with the old iron cross? The visitor left the hollow of the jackfruit tree and forgot all about it while vacating the house. Where he had left his childhood treasures, he had left his childhood treasure in a small hollow of the jackfruit tree. Now we'll go for the paragraph question answer. What were the visitor's reminiscences of his youthful days at the old house? As a boy, the visitor would swing on the turnstile, going round and round until he was quite dizzy. The visitor, as a boy, would sit on a stone bench under a mango tree where his grandmother rested after pruning bushes and bougainvillea. He would listen to the music of a piano and chiming of a grandfather's clock, and the constant twitter of birds and on the veranda, and his grandfather's cranking up his old car. Now the next part will go for the poem to question answers. Answer the following in a sentence or two. I am angry with my friend. I told my wrath did end. What does I refer to? I refer to the poet William Blake. How did the anger of the poem came to an end? The poet told the reason of his anger to his friend. The anger came to an end. And I watered it in fears night and morning with my tears. What does it refers to? It refers to anger. How does it watered? It is watered with fears and tears of the poet. In the morning glad I see my foe outstretched beneath the tree. How did the poet feel in the morning? I felt glad in the morning. Who is the foe referred to here? The person on whom the poet was angry with. Who was the foe found lying outstretched beneath the tree? The foe ate the apple from the from the poison tree of anger. So he fell below the tree, and it grew both day and night till it bore an apple bright. Who does it refer to? It refers to anger, that is personified to the poison tree. What does apple signify? Apple indicates anger. What grew both day and night? Anger that personized to the poison tree grew both day and night. So now we'll go for the paragraph answers. How did the poet's anger with his friend end? The poet expressed his anger towards his friend as well as his enemy, but he specified the difference between two types of anger. He told that when he was angry with a friend, he convinced his own heart to forgive his friend. He sorted out the difference with the friends by expressing his anger to him and by discussing his own points of view with him. Even if he was hurt and he knew that his friends had gone injustice to him, he would have tried his best to forget the past and end of the feelings, vengeances in his heart. In this way, the poet's anger with his friend came to an end. Describe how his anger kept growing. The poet confessed that when he was angry with his enemy, he did not reveal his anger to his enemy. He feared that if he expressed his anger to him, his enemy would do harm to him. So he suppressed his anger. Day and night, he shed tears thinking about the ill or injustice that had been caused by his enemy to him. Thus he watered the tree of anger with his tears, allowing the anger to grow. He also aroused his anger with his false smiles and cunning tricks towards his enemy. Since the poet kept his anger with himself and had his own fears and tears, his anger kept growing every day. Describe the effects of poisonous fruit on the enemy. The poet William Blake revealed his anger to his friends and the anger ended. But when the poet concealed his anger from his enemy, the anger grew. It grew like a tree that bore a bright apple. His enemy saw the shining apple. Even though he knew that the apple belonged to the poet, he wanted to have it. So the enemy came secretly into the garden when it was night and ate the apple. In the morning, the poet's anger changed into gladness when he found the enemy outstretched under the poison tree. The apple and the angry, the apple in the tree of anger symbolizes the poisonous effect. Okay, now we'll go for the supplementary. She was given test after test in geography. So here you have to identify the characters or speakers. So it is Margie. He was a round little man with a red face and a whole box of tools with dials and wires. County inspector. She had been hopping. They would take the teacher away altogether, Margie. They learned the same things so they could help one another with the homework and talk about it. Students of the old school. They had a special building and all the kids went there. It is Tommy. So now we'll go for the paragraph question answers. Describe Margie's mechanical teacher and her classroom in your own words. Tommy found the book on 17 May 2157. It was a very old book. The pages were yellow and crinkly. It was awfully funny to read the words that stood still instead of moving the way they were supposed to on a screen. The mechanical teacher had been giving her test after test in geography and she had been doing worse and worse until her mother had shaken her head sorrowfully and sent for the county inspector. Why did Margie hate her school? What was she thinking about the end of the story? The part Margie hated most was the slot where she had to put homework and test papers. Geography sector was geared a little too quickly. She had been hoping that they would take the teacher away altogether. She was thinking about the old school where the teacher told boys and girls thinking and gave them homework and asked them questions. The students had a special building and all the kids went there. All the kids learned the same thing. What was strange about the book? Why did Margie find it strange? The pages of the book were yellow and crinkly. It was awfully funny to read the words that stood still, unlike moving on a screen. When Margie turned back to the previous page, the page had the same words on it. When she read it the first time, all these things were strange for Margie, as she used to read only telebooks through computer screen without any knowledge of a real book. Okay, children, so Unity completely I have read for you. So you can revise for your examination. Thank you.